What up, what up, what up, y'all? I don't own the right. That's Joyce Meyer. He only owns rights to that, but week 14. Week 14 injury report, start sit video. Smoke them if you got them. Let's get into it. I wish I could put music on here, but I don't know how to do all that yet. Anywho. Anywho. Let's go with injury reports first. Chief Damon, running back Chief Damon Williams out. Thielen, doubtful, pretty sure he won't play. Hamstring, T.Y. out. Paris Campbell might play. Njoku to come back Sunday. Julio Jones and Austin Hooper will play. Thank goodness. Higbee to start if Everett is out. Oh, wait a minute. That's my start sit video. Start sit. Derrick Henry has a hamstring issue. Cook will play. Breida will play. Marlon Mack will play. Howard likely out, questionable, has not been cleared for contact. Connor out. Josh Jacob, questionable, shoulder injury since week 7. Same shoulder injury. Le'Veon Bell has an illness. He's questionable. Brady, elbow tall, injury, questionable, but I think he plays. Daniel Jones, ankle injury, doubtful. I don't think he plays. I hope Stafford doesn't play, but he's questionable. Jamal Williams practiced Friday. He has a knee injury. Calvin Ridley, toe injury, questionable, limited in Wednesday's practice. You hear what I got put up with? These daggum dogs. Don't care if I'm live. Juju out. Marquise Hollywood Brown. Questionable ankle injury. Fuller, questionable hamstring. He practiced Wednesday. These last 3 people are questionable, but I think they'll start. Edelman, Landry, and DJ Chalk. Let me see a bit. No, that's YouTube. Alright. This Karen still hasn't texted me yet. Supposed to go down to her house today. Supposed to go down to Miss Mary's house, babysit Dutchie. Because Dutchie has an ACL tear. And Miss Mary's got to do some stuff. So I wanted to get this out the way before I go and walk Bubbles, go down to Miss Mary's, and then you got college game day today, and you got college games on today. My Bears won. I'm taking the Colts. Pascal to start. You can have him flex. Bucks allow the 18.8 fantasy points to wide receiver 1s. Winston start. Colts give up the 12 fewest points to quarterbacks, 5th in fantasy football quarterback points. Rondo sit. Evans and Godwin, you're going to start. Sit both tight ends. Brayton, O.J. Howard. Brissett, you could start. Bucks give up the 2nd most points to quarterback. Mack is playing, so that lets, I forget his name, was it? Williams, the running back for the Colts. That wide receiver, running back 3 maybe. I don't know. Bucks give up the fewest points to running backs. Bucks give up 15.46 fantasy football points to tight ends, so definitely start Doyle. I even picked him up. Now look, I'm live. Niners versus Saints. Breeze start, low end maybe. Emmanuel Sanders start. Jin sit. Kamara, high end, running back 2. Niners give up the fewest points to running back. Michael Thomas is definitely a start. Jared Cook start. I got Deebo Samuels to start. Kittle start. I said all Niners running back because they got issues. Breida will play. So, Raheem Mustard, that lowers his value. I said Kittle start. Sit Latavius Murray, but he's been really good to me. Saints defense allows 12 fantasy points to running backs. Lions versus Giants. Went from -14 to -13. Over under is 44 now. Alexander, Madison, but Cook's playing, so I'd sit Madison. Start Cousins. I said Galloway start. Lions give up the third most points to running backs. Sit Marvin Jones. Lions give up the third most points to running backs. Wait a minute. Yeah, I said that twice. Thielen, I'd sit him because I don't think he's going to start. Galladay start. Vikings secondary sucks. Diggs start. Lions give up the fifth most points to wide receivers. Bo Scarborough, 4.4 yards per carry. Lions give up the fourth fewest points to running back, but I got to start him. That game I don't care. The Saints and the Niners, I both got players playing. I want the Colts to win. The Ravens versus the Bills, I got the Bills winning. Hollywood Brown sit. Lamar start. Bills give up the second fewest points to quarterbacks. Ingram start. Bills give up the 15th most points to running back. Willie Snead sit. Ravens defense start. I start Josh Allen. 8 straight games, 2 touchdowns, 21 fantasy football points. Start Singletary. PPR low end running back flex game. Sit Gore. John Brown, 3 touchdowns last 3 games. Fins versus Jets. I could care less because I don't have nobody. Except for Jamal Adams on my defensive team. Fit start. I guess Parker you can start too. 30 fantasy football points week 13. Jets give up the 7 more points to wide receivers. Samuel Donald. I have him as sitting. But Le'Veon Bell sick. Crowder, mid-low, and wide receiver 3. Griffin start. Lard, L-A-I-R-D, sit, start Gaskins. But the Jets do really good against tight ends, so. Broncos versus Texans. I hope the Broncos win. I don't know if Von Miller will play. Lindsey, PPR, standard start. 18 touches last 3 of 5 games. No offense, sit. Broncos defense, sit. Drew Luck, sit. Watson, I have him starting. Broncos allow the 5th fewest points to quarterbacks. Sit Hyde, sit Johnson. You're going to start Hopkins. Fuller, he's up in there. He's questionable. And if Fuller don't start Kenny Steele. Broncos give up the 6th fewest points to wide receiver, but it's Hopkins. Darren Falls, I'm sitting small league. Sutton, 17 fantasy football points last 3 games. Start wide receiver 2. Texas give up 12 more points to wide receivers. Kenny Steele is all about if Fuller starts. You never know. I got the Browns versus the Bengals. I got the Browns. Banker has a hand injury, questionable. Bengals give up the 8th most points to quarterbacks. Chubb start. Hunt start. PPR flex. RB2. Bengals give up the 5th most points to running backs. Back-to-back week touchdowns for Hunt. Ravens wide receiver. John Ross is back. Start Odell. Start Landry. Sit all Browns tight ends and sit Browns defense. And I want to say for the Ravens game, start Mark Andrews. Skins versus Packers. I want the Skins to win. Start Rodgers. Start Aaron Jones. Skins give up the 11th most points to running backs. PPR flex, sit and standard. You're going to start Adams. Allen Lizard, you're going to sit. Jimmy Graham, sit. Haskins, sit. I'm starting Geis. RB2 standard. Packers give up the 6th most points to running backs. Packers give up the 3rd most touchdowns to running backs. And McLaurin, you have to sit him because he has a sucky-ass quarterback. Jamal Williams, he has an injury, passing game, PPR. Olsen's out for the Panthers. He has a concussion. Panthers also fired their head coach, so start Freeman, low-end RB2. I said Julio Jones to play, Austin Hooper to play. Since Julio Jones is starting, sit Russell Gage. Calvin Ridley, I start DJ Moore, and I start Curtis Samuel. Kyle Allen, 17.2 last 4 games, fantasy points. Start the Atlanta defense, too. Go ahead and start them. Chargers versus Jags. Go ahead and start Minshew, Shock, and Westbrook. Westbrook's the only risk. Rivers, he stuck. Sit him. Start Melvin Gordon. Start Austin Eckler. Jags give up the 4th most touchdowns to running backs. Melvin Gordon had 5 touchdowns last 6 games. Sit Michael Williams. If you can drop him, drop him. Hunter Henry start. Fournette start. Jags defense in deeper league. Titans versus Raiders. I got the Raiders. Sit Carr. Josh Jacob is, questionable because of his shoulder. Hunter Renfrow is out. Sit Raiders defense. Tannehill start. Henry start, but he got a hamstring issue. But he's 3rd in fantasy scoring, PPR. A.J. Brown start. Sit both tight ends. Chiefs give up the most points and yards to running backs. Okay, that's for the Chiefs versus Pats. I got the Chiefs. Edelman start, but he's questionable. Sit McCoy. I sit all the Chiefs running backs, to be honest, because they're playing the Patriots. Start Hill. Sammy Watkins, wide receiver 3, 4. If he don't get those deep passes, he don't like playing. Kelsey start. Brady sit. Chiefs give up the 5th most points to quarterbacks. Seattle versus Rams. I got Seattle. Wilson start. Penny start. Carson, you start low-end wide receiver, running back 2. Robert Woods, PPR, start wide receiver 2. Standard, wide receiver 3. Penny start back-to-back games of over 100 yards rushing. You got Jalen Samuels has been shutting down wide receivers, though, so, yeah. Higbee start if Everett is out. Josh Gordon sit. DK Metcalf maybe start Seattle's defense. Golf sit in deeper leagues. Tyler Higbee all depends on Gerald Everett. Giants versus Eagles. I got the Eagles. Tate will play. I think Ingram's going to play. Wentz start. Howard questionable shoulder. Daniel Jones, I don't think he'll play. Start Miles Sanders if Howard is out. Alshon Jeffrey start. Nelson Aguilar, I heard he's out. Ertz start. Barkley start. Tate start. Shepard start. Ingram start. Eagles defense start. Everybody start. Steelers versus Cards. I got the Cards. But I do have Vance McDonald, so I don't know. Murray is a maybe sit. Sit on Cards. Running back. Quarterback, I think this. Yeah, quarterback for the Steelers. Deeper league, risky. Christian Kirk start. Juju's out. Connor's out. Snell, running back 3. 39 touches last 2 games. Cards give up the 5th most points to running backs. 11th fantasy points in 2 games. In 2 straight games. James Washington start. Vance start in 16-team leagues. Sit and rest. Start Steelers defense. And that is it. We are at 14 minutes. I want to give a shout out to Gridiron Guru, Fantasy Counselor, Chat Sports, Pro Football Focus, Bleacher Report, Pat Mayo Show, Fantasy Footballers, Fantasy Footballers, Fantasy Advice, Fantasy Football Profits, BDG, Big Dogs Gotta Eat, Rotor Baller, Rotor World, Rotor Expert, Fantasy Headliners, Tank Fantasy Football, The Goat House, DraftKings, Beer Fuel Fantasy Football, Fantasy Alarm, Fantasy Smack Talk, Jim Day, Father and Son Fantasy Podcast, etc., etc. And there's just a lot of people a lot of podcasts that help me with this. This ain't my information. I get this from other folks, and then I put in my 2 cents. And we're at almost 16 minutes, y'all. So we're going up, we're going up, we're going up. Y'all have a blessed day. Add me on Facebook, Fantasy Football 24/7, 365 days. Add Gridiron Expert, or Gridiron Fantasy Football, or Gridiron Fan Zone on Fantasy. Add Sports Mafia on Facebook. Add us all. Peace.